What's up, Stampers? It's Amy on a weird Monday night in the basement studio. We are not here very often, if ever, on a Monday. But yet, here we are. We are here to celebrate a week of happiness in the Rich household and beyond, because the wedding of our son Owen is this week. And because we are going to be gone starting on Wednesday about noon, I decided, and tomorrow's shot, I decided today would be the best day for a little what's up, because I can't stop creating. You know, we just still gotta, the beat goes on, right? So we are going to create here this evening instead of on Wednesday, which we've been so all over the board anyway that who knows what day I'll be here, right? So thank you for following along. Joan, thanks for always finding me. It is probably pretty difficult these days to know when we're creating together, because it's just so much. I just want to talk quickly about some things that are going on in the stamping world. Don't forget to grab your kit for World Card Making Day and join the free Stampin' Up! Class that will be happening. This is an opportunity for you to try something out, maybe invite a friend who hasn't paper crafted much, if any, before, and they can create right along with you and with Stampin' Up! That day. Hi, Cindy. Great to have you here. Thanks for finding me on a weird Monday night. We also just want to remind you, you can watch even if you don't have that kit. And Stampin' Up! Would love to hear that you are joining us. So go ahead and register, and I will post that link here in the comments. Please, if I forget, somebody bug me about that, because I really want, and I'll post it again this week, but I really want to be able to share with you the spot where you can go register for this amazing World Card Making Day event, which will be held on October 4th. And I believe you can watch it after any time also. So don't feel like you have to be here or you'll be square. Hi, Nova Scotia. Good to have you here. Hi, Pat. Great to see you. It is going to be beautiful weather, I think, mostly this week here in southern Minnesota. And for the wedding, it's looking like about 80 degrees, which is kind of high for the end of September. In fact, I think we thought we were going to avoid that, and we aren't, and that's okay. We'll make whatever work, because it's going to be great. But I hope the weather where you are is good as well, so that you can get out and enjoy, especially if you're in the northern, more northern areas. We know what's coming after fall, so happy fall. I should have said that as well, because it is now officially fall. And hello, Peg from Iowa. Yay! So lots going on in the world, of course, and in the world of Stampin' Up! And in my little corner of the world as well. So let's talk about a couple of classes. I think we mentioned them last week. Coming up in October, we have something out of the ordinary. We have a mini album class, which we'll talk a bit more about during our stamping experience tonight. And then also, I am doing a buy and try class, which I haven't posted yet. And so watch for that to be posted soon. And then there's one more, I feel like. I don't remember what the fourth one is. That's terrible. Oh, Christmas in October. We're going to do some 3 Christmas cards, and you can choose what option you would like. If you'd like to do just one of each, great. If you would like to do for each of the 3 designs, that is awesome as well. And I think I might have them sitting here on my desk yet from last week, so I will show them again. Remember that you don't have to have any special supplies to join the class. You can have a stamp, ink, sentiment stamp, ink, and adhesives. And that's about all you need, and it can be whatever you choose to put on there. So pretty fun. And you can find all of my classes at amyrich.stampinup.net. Scroll to see the calendar, and also right here on Facebook in the events section. So check that out and make sure to register using the link provided in each of the places. All right, are you ready? You ready to craft? I'm excited because I have had this stamp set for quite some time, and I'm finally going to use it tonight, and I can't wait. So I'm going to flip the camera. And we have ourselves the Natural Botanicals stamp set. And it is a reversible stamp set, which is unique and different from a lot of what we typically use. And I'm looking for my glasses, and I think I might have left them upstairs. Sadness. Okay, that's all right. The reversible stamps, we're going to talk a little bit more, well, quite a bit more about these stamps as we go, but you'll see that these have four actually different leaves, or, botanical sprigs there. And we're going to create using a unique color palette. I'm going to pull this one out for a minute because I'm going to tell you about this color combo. This is Crumb Cake, Cajun Craze, and Garden Green. Every month with my team, I offer a creative challenge. And this month, September, the creative challenge is to use this color combination. The stipulations are that they should be only these colors, except for a dark ink for outline stamps. So that's where my early espresso comes in. And then you can use like white or vanilla cardstock as well. So those are my stipulations, and I decided I'm going to go for it in my project today, in my card today, because it's an easy way to pull out your fall things, right? So I'm going to start with my early espresso outline stamps. So here in our Natural Botanicals, it is a two-step set and reversible. So here we're going to start with, and I think I have it on the wrong side. Hold on. Hold the phone. I mounted it wrong. So let me just adjust here. Okay. So on one side of your stamp, you have that great outline. And because it's kind of a larger stamp, I'm going to take my ink to it upside down here. I'm going to stamp that down here on my scratch piece of Very Vanilla. And then we're going to take this leaf, which I think I got right. Okay. I love the shapes there. I love the lines in those stamps. I think that's so pretty. All right. And then we're going to take one more. And we're going to mount that on here. Ink that up. And then stamp it on there. I realized I didn't bring my computer down, and I'm not seeing comments again. So if I miss something that you're chatting about, I'll make sure to check it out then after we're done live here. Okay, so we've got all of our images. Next up, we're going to take our three colors from the color combo, and I'm going to start with Crumb Cake. And these are, remember, reversible stamps, which means you peel it off, you flip it around, and then you ink that side up to provide a shadow for your stamp. Now, I'm going to stamp it. And then we need to talk about what's going on here. You need to keep in mind that with reversible stamps, they are not meant to perfectly align one side with the other. Because if you have a curve in the stamp and you flip the stamp around to use the back side, the curve is going to go in the opposite direction. So you have to, it took me a bit, I'm not going to lie, it took me a bit to go, okay, this is okay with me. Because I really struggled with, keeping things aligned properly. So just remember, it's okay. So now we're going to go. Now this one is nice because you can perfectly align it. It's not curving one way or the other. So that smaller one actually fits in there just perfectly. But these are configured that you can use the flip side and then the outline side as well. So when you see them in your box, in the case here, now remember these cases are going away. We're going to have sleeves now, but and I'm not sure exactly what that's going to look like with some of these images and so forth. But you can see here in the case, you've got the outline and the shadow. But notice it's a little deceiving because here the shadow lines up with the outline when that really isn't exactly how the stamps are made. So just keep that in mind when you're shopping reversible stamps. Raise your hand out there if you've done reversible stamps before and you've got them in your stash, because they are fun, no doubt about it. So again, it's got some curvature in it, so I'm just going to stamp it and then I'll show you how I used it for my project. Now, if this really bothers you, use them separately. You don't have to use the flip side if you don't want to. Or do what I did and cut them out. Because then you can kind of see the shadow there and how some of it doesn't exactly match up. Now this one I stamped even better. You can see a lot more of the shadow inside the leaf images. And we've got, I'll show you how I cut them out. So I decided I was going to follow the stem of the outline. So when I cut these out, I followed the stem. And then when I got over to here, I wanted this side to mimic this side. So I followed whatever line mimicked the other side. Now for this one, it was a little bit harder because I followed the shadow over here and then I picked up the outline as I came back the other way. And of course, this one, like I said, no problem there. All right, so it is unique when you're using these reversible stamps, but they are so much fun to play with. And you can see again the natural botanicals here is the stamp set. Okay, you've never done reversible? All right, so maybe I'm introducing you to something a little bit new. I don't believe this is in any catalog right now. In fact, let's pull it out. There's an easy way to check. Stamps, natural botanicals. Oh, it is in here. Okay, page 98. Otherwise, if it wasn't in here, then of course it would be in the online exclusives. But you can find it right down here on page 98 in your annual catalog, if you've got that handy. I can't believe I have it handy. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. And I'm also going to bring in my mini catalog because this is where I went for this week's Stamp Together Saturday layout. And I'm going to do a layout from here for Saturday. And I'm also going to do a layout from here for tonight. So I chose for tonight this particular layout, and I'm going to show you how you don't have to go with all of the same shapes in your layout. So here, this is the one I'm using right here on page 14 of our September to December mini catalog. All right, so we've got, let's see what we've got for our pieces. First of all, we've got our Crumb Cake card base. Oh, here's the one I scored. All right, we've got our Crumb Cake card base. And then I have taken the Splendid Autumn Designer Series paper. Now remember, in my color combos, I have to use these three colors. So I chose one of the Splendid Autumn papers with the Cajun Craze color on the back. So here is what I snagged. I snagged this one because the Cajun Craze is on the back. And I embossed that with our Forever Plaid, is it? 3D embossing folder. I'm in love. Hi, Tina. Good evening. Great to have you here. Okay, so I'm going to add my square. This square I cut 3.5 by 3.5. And remember, let's pull the layout here. This is the layout we're doing. So I'm going to choose to add my square just about right in the middle here, like this. Okay, then we're going to use our 3 of our leaves that we just made, using this layout instead of the squares. So I'm going to add one of the leaves up here, this one like so, and this one down here. So see how you don't have to make everything exactly the same shape. It's just a suggestion as to how you're able to get your mind started. Hi, Patty. Woohoo. Patty's in the house, everybody. Okay, so now we're going to add our leaves. I'm going to do them all just with some flat adhesive. And it's unique, right? Because we've got this interesting color combo. And sometimes I think you just have to try some combos that make you uncomfortable. And perhaps this would be one of those for you. Okay, and I like to leave the edges so that it's got a little dimension. And as always, I don't care what it looks like on the other end, but it sure ought to be pretty when it leaves or goes into the envelope. So that's why I do the little curling, and it might flatten out on the way, but boy, did it look good when it went in. All right, then grabbing for me, definitely some essentials. These are the nested essentials, and I took the second largest nested essentials dies. And then we're going to grab a stamp set that I have been using over and over again for sentiments, I feel like. So I'm going to grab the Gather, and we're going to stamp that, and I will stamp that in to go with the rules. I should stick with my one of my 3 colors. So I'm going to stamp Gather in Cajun Craze. Probably my favorite fall color that I don't use really any other time of year. It is definitely, for me, a fall color. See, I needed today, the first day of fall, to make sure to stamp a fall card because, it's necessary. And then we gotta be using some linen thread here as well. And I don't have a good scissors handy, but I'm gonna, oh, that's not bad. Okay. So I wrapped it around my fingers, And then we're going to loop that in a figure 8 and put that down right in the corner here. And then I'm going to check. Oh yeah, that's going to be just right. So now that I've got my figure 8, I can kind of mess with my loops a little bit to spread them out. And then grabbing some Stampin' Dimensionals. Now I will add this here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Patty. All right. Unique, right? Unique. But all really fun stuff. So once we've got this gather in place, we're going to check out the layout. Oh, one more thing. We got to add some of our Cajun Craze and gold dots. You know why? Because they are fantastic. They are like one of my favorite gems in a long time. I am in love, and maybe it's just because now I have some fall embellishments to use on my pretty fall cards. Okay, so that is our card for tonight, featuring our gathering moments for our sentiment, our natural botanicals for our leaves, and then just a lot of little pizzazz thrown in different ways here. Now let's take a look at our layout. So here's our layout. We have the square in the background, and then we've got the 4 elements that go around our square like that. So lots of fun. This is a great resource. And remember, we have a similar one right here in our annual catalog. We've got some scrapbooking layouts. We've got some tag and card layouts. And I think that's it, right? All right, so lots of different places to look in the catalog for resources for all kinds of different things. So, all right, any questions about that stuff? Let me know. Thanks, Alexina. And in the comments here in just a little bit, I am going to post the link to register for Stampin' Up's free World Card Making Day event. You can order the kit that they're going to be using so that you can craft along, or you can just go and watch. Either way, I suggest you register so that Stampin' Up knows you're coming. All right, I'm going to flip the camera back, hopefully, and let you know that for right now, hi Julie, you missed the project, but you can watch. It's okay, you can go back and watch. I will be gone on Saturday, but I'm hoping to be live. Our son's wedding is later in the day, so I'm hoping I'm able to be live. If I decide it's too much, don't worry, I will. I'm going to pre-record that video, well, pretty much right now. So it will be ready to go in case I am deciding at the end that I can't be with you live. But in the meantime, don't forget to go and check out my class schedule at amyrich.stampinup.net. Scroll down to the calendar. You'll see them all right there. Move forward to October so that you know what's coming. October 1st is the registration deadline for those classes. And if there's anything you need, the kit for the World Card Making Day event or whatever, thank you so much, Julie. That's sweet. Please head to that same place, amyrich.stampinup.net. Place your order there. You will earn your own rewards, and you will be able to grab something free at some point as you accumulate those rewards. So that's really fun. Let me know if you have any questions. And until then, I will see you Saturday, either live or pre-recorded. We'll see what the day brings. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a fantastic week.